So we are seeing that advertisers are really leaning into the creative possibilities out there. There's certainly been a lot more interest in the back half of 2022 into the planning and some of the campaigns that we've activated on. One of the first things that comes to mind is the QR code, which has obviously made a big resurgence in that. And most of our campaigns now are going out with a QR code, giving the opportunity to click to a shopping experience, click to learn more information. There's a wide range of opportunities there. So that's kind of a basis that we're seeing on most creatives. And obviously when people do scan, there's a really highly engaged user there. There's other ways though that we can use creative, whether it be branded frames and end cards, etc. But I think it's, advertisers are really interested in how they can utilize that 60-inch screen and make the most of it, and really reinforce the brand messaging. I think in terms of what opportunities are out there, I think you can go as far as you want, and these creative opportunities don't necessarily cost the earth, because just small tweaks utilizing data based on time of day or geolocation. But even looking further now, we're looking at sort of dynamic creative, where we can turn literally one creative into thousands of examples. And the latest thing that we're seeing now is an interest in voice to action, which again sort of leans into that CTV experience, but enables a user to still lean back, but also communicate with a voice speaker. I think ACR data is hugely important now. It's been around for a while, but now it seems to be combining with panel data and other data sets to really provide some really valuable information around attribution, around incremental reach. We shouldn't forget that there are benefits as well for the consumer. For ACR, it will increase or enhance their experience on smart TVs and give better content recommendations. But for an advertiser moving forward, we're seeing huge opportunities there, much better for targeting, but various other reasons. I think incremental reach is an area that's been most looked at the moment as well, and showing how you just won't be able to target certain people on linear any longer. They are on AVOD, and that's where you need to be pointing your dollars. But on top of that, the ability to align with tentpole events, to do some competitor conquesting, to utilize it for creative opportunities. There's so much there, and I think we're only going to see more and more use out of ACR in the future. 2023, we're expecting a really exceptional year for AVOD. We're expecting the channel to really grow immensely. I think there's lots of things happening in the street that are going to aid that. We've got some big names coming into market, putting a further spotlight on AVOD. But for various reasons over the last 2 or 3 years, we've kind of achieved this perfect storm where people are comfortable now looking for free content. They're comfortable with the trade-off of watching adverts in return for content. There's typically a lower ad load in most cases on streaming versus linear. So we've got an engaged consumer who's watching great content and are happy with that trade-off with advertising as well. Where I see changes, I think as an industry, we need to work together to ensure that we're providing a much more holistic view. There's a lot of education that we're going to be providing into the market to ensure that advertisers feel comfortable that this is a channel that can be measured properly, that can make sure, and that's a challenge that's going to be ongoing. But what we're seeing right now in terms of testing, learning, ensuring that AVOD is a big part of 2023 is very encouraging.